Good morning, honorable members. May I request Honorable Anjindi to please lead us in prayer.
Send upon us this is the nation of Christ. That humbly and respectfully, reverence and all makers trusted us for the commitment and the welfare of this system and this country. Ask all this in the name of our Lord and Redeemer, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. Shall we affirm? I solemnly affirm that I will be faithful to the Republic of Namibia and its people, and I solemnly promise to uphold and defend the Constitution and the laws of the Republic of Namibia to the best of my ability. So help me God. You may take our seats. Honorable members, I trust that we are all doing well this morning. We want to say thank you to the colleagues from the south, all the way from Hardap, all the way through to Karas region for sponsoring us with this cold weather. We appreciate it. It's about time. Just a few announcements, honorable members. Kindly please take note that there's an information session immediately after chamber in the conference room G4. And secondly, honorable members, I wish to request an audience for a brief consultation with the following members during our break this morning in the Vice Chairperson's office. The following honorable members are requested to have a briefing with the Vice Chairperson, Honorable Anguo, Honorable Vambu, Honorable Monde, Honorable Likua, and Honorable Shavionja. Thank you very much. Any petitions? I see none. Any reports of select or standing committees? I see none. Any reports and papers? I see none. Any notices of motion? I see the hand of Honorable Anguo.
Honorable Vice Chairperson, honorable members, I hereby move motion without notice that in accordance with Rule 31 of the Standing Rules and Orders of the National Council, the proceedings of the day not be interrupted if still under consideration beyond 13 hours. I so move, Honorable Vice Chairperson.
Thank you very much, Honorable Anguo. Can you please table the motion? Thank you very much, Honorable Anguo. Any further notices of motion? I see none. Thank you very much, honorable members. Honorable members, yesterday we had an opportunity to hear some honorable members take us through their maiden speeches. I would like to say thank you very much to those who were able to lead us. You've done an excellent job, and we've received reports from your regions that people are very, very happy and very delighted to know that their representatives have officially started and tabled their maiden speeches. You highlighted beautiful highlights in your speeches and wish to encourage you to please continue to do so. With that said, this morning we will proceed with maiden speeches, and the first honorable member on our list is Honorable Vambu. Honorable Vambu, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Honorable Vice Chairperson, honorable members of National Council, distinguished guests, fellow Namibians, I stand before you today in this August House with profound sense of humility, gratitude, and purpose. It is my singular honor to address you for the first time as a member of National Council and as a member of as a Deputy Minister of Home Affairs, Immigration, Safety and Security from the National Council. I am beginning to offering my deepest thanks to the Sabo Party President, Dr. Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah, our able Secretary General, Sophia Naongo Sanigwa, the districts of Hartap, all 8 districts of Hartap, its members, regional leadership, all rank and file of Sabo Party, giving me the opportunity to stand on the Sabo Party ticket for 2 decades. I say 2 decades. That trust strengthens my resolve to work tirelessly for the common good of our people. In the same vein, I would like to thank my family, all the people that have spent firm with me through these 2 decades as the constituency councillor, especially Rebo Urban East constituency. Their confidence in me expressed through their votes. I secured trust that I will carry into every deliberation, decision that I will just make in this chamber. I am grateful to Her Excellency Dr. Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah, President of the Republic of Namibia, for appointing me to serve in a vital portfolio as a Deputy Minister. I accept this responsibility mindful of its demands and determined to serve with due diligence, integrity, and spirit of service. Namibia stands at a decisive moment in its development journey. As members of the National Assembly and National Council, we are not mere custodians of debates. We are the architects of policy and guardians of public interest. I therefore pledge to continuously contribute constructively to progressive debates and support proactive legislative processes that turns factual ideas into effective laws and measurable outcomes. Our work must be guided by evidence, compassion, and a clear focus on delivering results for our people. I am conscious that I serve as part of the last generation of parliamentarians charged with carrying the burden into the home stretch of Vision 2030 and National NDP 6. This responsibility demands urgency, clarity, and unity of purpose. I believe this National Council can and must be the content built through which national goals are translated into reality, from economic transformation, social inclusion for safety, security, and good governance. The Ministry of Home Affairs, Safety and Security is a unique, and I'm saying it's a unique in the Namibian state. We are the custodians of identity, the guardians of our borders, and the protectors of our domestic peace. I am greatly encouraged by the stride we made already. And I must say, honorable members, honorable chair lady, we, the ministry, are the custodians. We are from the first breath of any life in Namibia. We are there. We have the issuing of registration birth certificates. We are there. And we will also go with you alone as long as you are on this earth by issuing you all the necessary documents that will enable you to access services, that will enable you to access resources of this country to enjoy. And we'll also not stop there. We'll continue to do that. With your last breath, we'll make sure that we'll issue the birth certificates. We are there. And we cannot just lift you off the birth certificates. We must take you to the final resting place. So there we are issuing you the removal order that will carry you to the gravesite. So we are very vital institution, very important ministry. I can also further say the greatest threat that I was just mentioning, digital transformation, the rollout of electrical birth and death notification systems in our health facilities all over our 121 constituencies in our health facilities. We have a system. We have the first, as a baby, there is a number in the system. Home Affairs is ready to issue your birth certificate. That is the achievement that we have just also get. I must also further stress that operational efficiency, we have drastically reduced the timing period of identity documents. In Venture, you will just apply for ID document, and within 5 days you will get your ID. In the regions where you are coming from, where the 120 constituencies are, within 10 working days, we'll make sure that you are getting your identity documents. But I must also urge the House to also encourage our people to collect the uncollected ID documents at your respective regional offices, as well as the headquarters here. Now, honorable members, Vice Chair, you can also give us a round of applause. It's good stress that we just made for yourself. I am echoing the President clarion call that this term is not business as usual. This term is not business as usual. That call challenged to be bold, accountable, and result-oriented. I wanted to be part of a parliament that delivers visible results. The accountability to its 121 constituencies, and the restore and sustain of public confidence in our democratic institutions. In our democratic institutions. To the end, I make a direct appeal to honorable members. Let our debates be consistently civil, polite, and educative. The manner in which we engage one another projects to the nation the character of those it elects to lead. It elects to lead. When we model respectful discourse, we teach by example, we inspire citizens, especially our youth, to value democratic engagement and to see public service as a noble and principled. Honorable Chair, honorable members, mutual respect and teamwork carry great weight in our lives of any legislature. When we treat one another with dignity, when we listen before we speak, when we prioritize national interests before partisan point scoring, we create a custom of parliament to carry our business with the decorum it deserves. Such conduct gives hope to Namibian electorate that their representatives mean business. Their representatives mean business. That we are serious about delivering on promises and accountable for outcome. As the Deputy Minister responsible for Home Affairs, Immigration, Safety and Security, my mission is clear: to support policies and legislation that protects our citizens, uphold the rule of law, and facilitate orderly and human migration and border management. I will work with colleagues across this House I will work with colleagues across this house to achieve that goal. Give myself a round of applause. Why are you not giving me? I'm just pledging that I will work with you. Honorable Chair, Vice Chair, honorable members, I will work with the executive, with the civil society, with the community to ensure that our laws are fit for purpose and that their implementation yield tangible improvement in safety, security, and social cohesion. I am committed to being accessible to my representative, the people that I'm just representing, to listen to their concerns and to bring their voices in this chamber. I will strive to ensure that the work of this council is not an end in itself, but means a better schools, safer streets, and stronger institutions, and greater opportunities for every Namibian. Better schools, our laws, better schools, safer streets. That one, I am just there. I'm inviting you to be part of that team. Honorable Vice Chair, honorable members, the task before us are demanding but not insurmountable. If we combine clear vision with disciplined action, if we temper robust debate in mutual respect, if we hold ourselves accountable to the constituencies we serve, we will leave a legacy of progress for future generations. In conclusion, I am ready to play my part. I invite you to join me in partnership of purpose in Parliament that debates with dignity, with the legislators with foresight, and delivers with determination. Delivers with determination. I thank you, Honorable Chair. So I submit.
Thank you very much, Honorable Vambu, for your maiden speech and for reminding us how very, very important, maybe for lack of a better word, the ministry that you represent is to us. You just gave us a wake-up call now to say, indeed, from the beginning of our life until the end, you are the one to actually certify us. So we thank you and we wish you all the best in carrying out your responsibilities. Next on our list, we have Honorable Spapela. Honorable Spapela, the floor is yours. Honorable Spapela, can you please just switch your mic on? Okay, thank you.
My apology. Thank you. Thank you very much, Honorable Chair, members of this August House, for this short opportunity that has been afforded to me to deliver my short maiden speech in this August House. Before I do that, Honorable Vice Chair, allow me to recognize in this House the 7 deputy ministers that were appointed by Her Excellency, the President of the Republic of Namibia. Really, we can see that we have got a visionary leader in the country. That you could consider this House and appoint vibrant and energetic and articulated members of this August House as the deputy ministers. We really thank that one and we recognize our deputy ministers seated among us. Having said that, Honorable Chair, allow me now to go back to my median speech. Honorable Chair and dear brother Lucas Nimba Moha, in absentia, and Honorable Emma Muteka, my sister, as a vice chairperson, honorable members of the 7th National Council, I raise in terms of Rule 52 of the National Council Standing Rules and Orders to make my small but significant contribution to my speech in this August House. Before I do that, Honorable Vice Chair, honorable members, allow me to pay tribute to my constituency residents, the Nyanti community, and all the 2 traditional authorities within the Nyanti constituencies for the overwhelming majority votes that were cast to our Might Swap Party and its candidate. Yours truly, Bishop Progress Mavates Papera, on the 26th of November 2025. As I'm standing here, Honorable Vice Chair, my religious title is a bishop. I'm a bishop. Don't be, because I realized that no one knew that you were having a bishop in the house. So you are blessed to sit with bishop next to bishop. I want to single out the outstanding work done through mobilization by our rural women. Indeed, when a woman tells you that I shall vote for you, you should believe that she is not alone, but with her entire family. I pay tribute to all sections and branches in the Nyanti district who stood firm to bring Swapo Party back to its constituency after leadership of the independent candidate since 2020 to 2025. The victory of Swapo Party in the Nyanti belongs to their hard work and determination to bring the constituency back to where it belongs, the Swapo Party and its governing party. Honorable Vice Chair, honorable members, all I can say, the community of Nyanti constituency, is that you made the right decision, the right vote, the right party, and the right candidate. Swap Party will not disappoint you, and I will personally never disrespect you. Your voices that were expressed through your votes on the 26th November 2025. I pay tribute to the leaders of my party, SWAPO, for giving me this opportunity to come and save our nation in this August House. I shall endeavor deliver the much needed services to our people as per directives of our current head of state, Comrade President Her Excellency Dr. Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah. To borrow words from Her Excellency, our President, I quote, we are too few to be poor, end of quote. I say the same for the Nyanti constituency community, and indeed all our communities in 121 constituencies are too few not to have services delivered at their doorsteps. I hope it is our collective mandate, those of us from SWAPO Party, to heed the call from the current administration and deliver the much needed services to our rural masses. Honorable Vice Chair and members of this August House, having said that, we are the ones, Her Excellency, the President of the Republic of Namibia, Dr. Nandi-Ndaitwah, had requested the nation last year, 2025, that they should help her to elect right people from whom she can work with and excuse her mandate. The nation had entrusted in her in 2024. I repeat, we are now here in this August House for the hard work to deliver the expected good services to the masses of our community without any excuse. I don't hear hands. There's no excuse. We have to deliver, am I right? Yes. We have to deliver, am I right? Yes. For now, Honorable Vice Chair, no region should depend, no region, I'll repeat this, no region should depend on other region for service delivery. For example, the water pump of Msati region is broken. Msati region has to wait for a water pump comes from Karas. Such practices, I think it should now come to an end, because that is the practice that people are making excuses of service delivery. Such practice should not be excused to deliver the services that is needed to our masses. Honorable Chair, fellow honorable members, when I was elected as a councillor in 2025, I took a familiarization tour around Linyanti constituency from one village to another. During this tour, the community members raised challenges affecting them for a long time. The challenge pointed out were unavailability of clean drinking water for human and livestock consumption. We therefore would like to pay more attention to the provision of water in our constituencies as a first priority by striving to give communities sufficient drinking water. The completion of NAM water pipeline, which starts from Katima, passing through the Nyanti constituency. This project was initiated in 2003 to 2018. The Namwater pipeline project currently ends at Maunga village, living about 30 kilometers, and the people who are living in these 30 kilometers, they are really having crisis with water. So this is thing that these are 8 administration should look at, so that this pipeline can be completed to where it was supposed to be. The second intervention we would like to undertake in order to alleviate water shortage in the Nyanti constituency is to facilitate the construction of boreholes, clinics, and other public facilities. During my tenure of office, we also intend to attend to the following challenges faced by the communities. Solicit improved rural irrigation by coordinating with the line ministries and other entities. We would like to pay more attention to the other serious challenges faced by the rural area, such as irrigation of villages, such as Mazanino village. This village has been isolated from all developments since then. In other words, since independence, this village has been very much isolated. I just came across it when I was doing my formalization tour within the constituency. We will also facilitate the construction of more schools, primary and secondary schools, so as to mitigate the risk of wild attacks on school children. Honorable Vice Chair, I should emphasize on this one that in January this year, a school child of 12 years old was attacked by the buffalo, and he was critically injured. He spent almost 2 months in Windhoek Central Hospital because of those injuries from the buffalo, because of the distance that these kids are walking from their village towards the school. The distance from the village to school about 7 to 6 kilometers, and this school is within the conservation area where wild animals are much in movement. They are moving in and out, lions, elephants, and all that. So our objective is that we should make sure that we make some primary school for these small kids, as well as secondary schools. It should be noted by the Ministry of Education, Innovation, Youth, Sports, Arts and Culture that the Nyanti is the only constituency without any hostel. The Nyanti in Zambezi region is the only constituency that is without any hostel. Furthermore, we would like to request for the construction of our feeder roads, which are in very poor condition. The following feeder roads need serious and urgent attention from the line ministry. Constituency office. You cannot, if you go to my constituency office, you have to leave your vehicle on the tar road, and then you have to walk that 500 meters because you cannot drive there, especially during rain season. You can't drive there. And the distance is only 500 meters from the tar road to the constituency office. Marengarenga feeder road, which leads to the health center and secondary school. No vehicle can easily access that road during rain season due to its mud nature. We have a record of a patient who lost life while waiting for an ambulance that got stuck on that feeder road. The patient lost life who was admitted at the health center of Marengarenga. Could not get help because the ambulance was stuck from morning up maybe 2 o'clock. So these are the projects that, as a councillor of that constituency, that we need to take care of. Secondly, the Nyanti Sibinda road. This gravel road is a stone in the flesh to both inhabitants and government services providers. Lives has been lost on that road as a result of accidents caused by the mud during rain season. My apologies. Excuse me. In conclusion, Honorable Vice Chair, we would like to be committed to eradicate poverty by introducing projects such as green schemes. We all know the call of Her Excellency, the President of the Republic of Namibia, that green schemes should be prioritized in this country. Such as green schemes, very important within our constituencies for the sustainability of food security as well as create employment for our unemployed young people in the country. On emphasis, Honorable Chair, our people has no water. I emphasize so much on water, and we should not be deceived by these floods, which is a natural disaster. In the Mbezi region, when we talk about flood, people shouldn't be deceived by that no, there's a lot of water there. That is just a natural thing. It happens every year. Every year it happens. So we shouldn't be deceived by that. No, we cannot build boreholes there or what, because there's a lot of flood. We shouldn't be deceived by that. Very soon that flood will be no more there. Honorable Chair, our people has got no water, and we should not be reluctant to give them water. Water is scarce in the Nyanti constituency, and it demands an urgent attention. It demands an urgent attention. In other words, this is not only in the Nyanti constituency, but Namibia at large has got water crisis in this country. And it needs the current H administration to pay more attention to this crisis of water in our country. Finally, Honorable Vice Chair, I am here to cooperate with everyone in this house and form a team of strong and resilient workforce towards our Namibia masses. We are being elected to come here and save the people of Namibia. I thank you so much.
Shangwe Bishop, we are happy to hear that amongst us we have a bishop. Honorable members, let us take note that I know that we had a priest amongst us. Now we have a bishop. So we thank you very much, Bishop. Honorable members, I wish to inform the House that we are privileged to have in the public gallery today 42 learners accompanied by 7 teachers from the Da Palm Senior Secondary School, my apologies, who are visiting Parliament on an educational tour. On behalf of National Council, I kindly request that we extend a warm welcome to them and wish them a pleasant and informative visit to Parliament. Thank you very much, and we are delighted to have you here. Honorable members, as I was busy reading this, it says that there are 42 learners and we are 42 members. What do we say about the young ones? That they are our future leaders, so each and every one of them have a seat here. So they are watching us, let us set an example. Thank you very much. All right, so moving on to the next honorable member, Honorable Kashiwanyo. The floor is yours. Please let us hear what Omayeke region has to say.
Good morning, everyone. Honorable Vice Chairperson of the National Council, honorable members, guests. Vice Chairperson, I rise for the first time in this August House as a member of the National Council of the Republic of Namibia with humility and a deep sense of duty. Firstly, allow me to extend my profound gratitude to the people of the Kalahari constituency and the Omaheke region at large for believing in me, entrusting me with the responsibility of being their voice in this house. Secondly, I wholeheartedly appreciate the unwavering support of my family, not only gracefully walked the journey with me, but have been solid pillars on my back. Lastly, I will not do justice if I fail to appreciate my comrades who saw potential in me, among others, and give me exceptional backing throughout the process. Similar to the Namibian who voted for me, I thank you. Today I stand here not as an individual, but as a servant carrying the exception of the people from the Eastern Omaheke. Vice Chairperson, my tribute goes to my forerunners for their service to this house. I take recognize that we continue building on the foundation laid by those who came before us. The men and women who fight for our freedom, who shape this council as a chamber of review. Without fear and favor, I commit myself to represent the Namibian people in process of reviewing legislations from the National Assembly and to ensure that laws work in terms of effective and efficient service delivery for all people as mandated by the Namibian Constitution. The region I emanate from, this is diverse in various forms, but it is occupied by people showing resilience in face of real challenges. With that, let me now
redirect my speech to some key challenges our region experiences. Youth unemployment. Honorable Vice Chairperson, as of 2023, the Omaheke regional unemployment rate stood at 30.3% of the labor force, and so youth unemployment remains a significant concern noted by the regional leadership. The young people need skills, land, and access to funding for income generating projects in agriculture, biomass, etc. In order to address unemployment, a crisis that is threatening the future of the Namibian youth, initiatives such as the Youth Development Fund are positively received, but there is room for initiatives for a greater impact. Water supply. Omaheke is an agricultural region that highly contributes to the country's economy, but the water challenge being experienced by farmers continually affects farming practices and calls for improvement of water system for better provisions. Another key area needing urgent attention in agriculture sector is improve farmlands to ensure sustainable grazing. Road infrastructure and services. Honorable Vice Chairperson, the upgrade of the Beta Postalis Manas, as well as the Duplessis Epukiro roads, is commendable. But Omaheke is a vast region with some villages stretching over 300 kilometers away from central places of service. The long stretch between places continue to cause delays in service delivery that can be quickened by improved road infrastructures. The regional roads condition cause extensive damage to vehicles and interrupts regional development. During this journey, I will also be very vocal about declaration of several growth points across region such as Chaka, ASAP, and others to settlement as such a step would unlock regional development. Education. Honorable Vice Chairperson, education remains the greatest investment that opens progressive doors for citizens. Thus, there is a need to improve the quality of education across the country, as it is at the heart of national development. I believe that schools in Omaheke region are capable of performing equal well as those in other regions. Hence, I strive to support policy speaking to the enhancement of education through infrastructure, development, and quicker recruitments. My pledge. Honorable Vice Chairperson, I pledge to be a voice from Omaheke region, reinforcing the reality of the regional inhabitants in relevant debates. I paint a clear picture and scrutinize legislations to ensure that they speak to the diverse communities I represent. My being here also represent me an opportunity to note and acquire from the senior members. So to work across lines and meaningful contribute to a better Namibia. In my conclusion, Honorable Vice Chairperson, honorable members, guests, There is a slogan that says, one Namibia, one nation. But unity without development is an empty slogan. Let us make it real for the child in Blueberg who dreams of becoming a vet, and for the farmer in Chaka who only needs water to feed the nation. I thank you, Honorable Chairperson. And I look forward to serving with all of the members in this chamber. I thank you, Honorable Vice Chairperson.
Okuhepa, Honorable Okuhepa. Next on the list, we have Honorable Monde. The floor is yours. Honorable Kashiwanyo, can you please just switch your mic off? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Vice Chairperson, honorable members of this August House, our visitors, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to you all. I rise today with humbleness and sense of responsibility as I take my seat in this August House as a member of the 7th National Council of the Republic of Namibia. First and foremost, I thank the Almighty God for His abundant grace bestowed upon me to be in this leadership role at whatever level I found myself in my life. Secondly, I'm profoundly grateful to the forefathers that resisted against colonial oppression of Namibia, the founders of SWAPO Party who stood firm to liberate our country that gave birth to the legislative institutions that we are serving today. Thirdly, I want to thank SWAPO Party leadership, rank and file in Commerce Region, especially John Pandeni constituency, for the trust they have placed in me to represent them in development endeavor. Their confidence is not something I take lightly. It is a responsibility that I carry with commitment and resolve. My journey in public service from serving a city council member of City of Windhoek between 2011 and 2015 to my role as a regional councillor for John Pandeni constituency in 2020 and subsequently as a regional council chairperson from 2020 and 2025 has brought me closer to the daily realities for our people. I have listened to their concerns, shared in their struggles, and witnessed their resilience and determination. These experiences have taught me that leadership must be responsive, accountable, and firmly grounded in the needs of the people we serve. As I join this council, I commit myself to being a constructive and principled voice, one that advocates for inclusive development, effective service delivery, and policies that translate into real improvements in the lives of our citizens. Commerce Region being the seat of government and capital region Namibia experiences urban migration every day, which places pressure on service delivery to the elected leadership and government institutions. Hence, I am determined to contribute for equitable development of the much-needed services to our all 14 regions in Namibia. I would also strive to advocate for the devolution of critical services as per the Decentralization Enabling Act 33 of 2000. I am also humbled to serve in the committees that you elected me in, that of Home Affairs, Security, Constitutional and Legal Affairs, SADC Parliamentary Forum, and IPO, as well as the Privilege Committee. I look forward to make my constructive and positive contribution as expected of me. Honorable Vice Chairperson, honorable members, our nation looks to us not only for laws, but for leadership, not only for debate, but for direction. We are called upon to bridge the gap between policy and reality, and to ensure that no community is left behind. I'm particularly committed to advancing youth empowerment, regional development, economic opportunities, and good governance. And I will work collaboratively with all members of this House to promote unity and unity of purpose and national progress. In conclusion, I stand here not only as a representative of my region, but as a servant of our nation, committed to the principles of integrity, accountability, and dedication. I look forward to engaging with this esteemed council in meaningful dialogue and to contribute positively to the effective and impactful prosperity in Namibia. Honorable Vice Chairperson, honorable members of this House, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Monde, our former chairperson of Commerce Regional Council. As he was busy delivering his speech, I was reflecting and saying it's such a wonderful platform to be, because some of our journeys began with him being our leader in the Regional Council, and we're seeing him here in the chamber. So thank you very much, Honorable Monde. Next on the list, we have Honorable Nangama. Honorable Nangama, the floor is yours. Honorable Monde, could you please switch your mic off? Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Honorable Vice Chairperson. I am Matthew Kopteni Nangama from the Smart region of Hangwena, in particular Pembe constituency, the vulnerable constituency. Honorable Vice Chairperson, honorable members, I rise to today with a deep sense of humility, gratitude, and responsibility to deliver my maiden speech in this august house. I am profoundly honored by the trust bestowed to me by the Ohangwena Regional Council for nominating me to be among the Ohangwena Regional representatives in Parliament. I am indebted to people of a Pembe constituency whose voice, hope, and aspiration I am here to represent to. Honorable Vice Chairperson, honorable members, first and foremost, I extend my sincere appreciation to all electorators of Wepembe and the SWAPO part rank and file for their confidence in my leadership. It is my mandate to serve with integrity, diligence, and unwavering commitment. Allow me also to acknowledge my predecessors and the community leaders who have contributed to the development of our constituency and the region at large. Their efforts have laid a foundation upon which we must continue to build and sustain. Honorable member, I am honored to serve in the following committee or standing committee, such as education, science, IT, and youth development, as well as Interparliamentary Union, IPU. Honorable Chairperson, Vice Chairperson, honorable members,
Epembe is a constituency rich in culture, resilience, and the potential. However, like many rural areas in our country, it faces a significant challenges such as access to potable water that remain a daily struggle for many householders. Our people walk long distances in searching for this basic necessity. And this situation must change given the fact that Ohangwena region is blessed with the aquifer tool, which just need proper action for it to be reach everyone, both in Ohangwena and Sokoto region, to be specific. Uh, that's why I call myself a Pembelo Meva, which means we are just sitting on top of water while we are having aquifer too that is needed to be explored. Therefore, I'm humbly requesting the aquifer too to be have a proper action so that our people will be free from this situation of not having enough water. Uh, Honorable Vice Chairperson, honorable members, a healthcare service in our constituency are limited with a clinic often understaffed and under resources. We must strengthen rural health system to ensure that no Namibian is left behind when it comes to access quality healthcare. Most of the deep rural community, such as Ohamikoka village, rely heavily on the mobile health outreach services, which are normally once a month. Hence, there is a need for permanent healthcare facilities in our rural area in order to ensure that no one is left out. Honorable member, education to demand our urgent attention. While we have dedicated teachers and eager learners, many of our schools lack adequate infrastructures, learning materials, and modern facilities. If we are serious about empowering the next generation, we must invest meaningfully in education, especially at rural areas, with a special focus on inclusive education. In the same vein, appreciating the effort made so far, such as Uskongama Special School, the establishment of the Epembe Visitor School, as well as Netanga Secondary School. The Epembe Visitor School had been in the NTF since 2013, and this year it will be a reality. People are on the ground. We might clap him. Honorable Vice Chairperson, honorable members, unemployment, particularly among the youth, is another pressing concern. Our youth people are capable and willing, yet opportunity remains scarce. We must prioritize skill development, support small-scale farmers, and promote sustainable economy initiatives that are tailored to the reality of our rural communities. Agriculture is the backbone of a Pembe constituency and Namibian at large. However, recurring drought and climate variability continue to threaten livelihood. It is imperative that we invest in climate resilience, farming practice, water infrastructure, and support system that will enable our farmers to thrive despite this challenge. Honorable members, Honorable Vice Chairperson, uh, development must be inclusive. Rural constituents like Pembe must not be left on the margin. Infrastructure development, roads, electrification, and digital connectivity must reach our communities so that they can actively participate in the national economy while at the same time addressing the digital divide that exists. As I take up this responsibility, I commit myself to be a voice for the voiceless, a champion for the equitable development, and a servant for the Namibian people. I will collaborate with fellow honorable members across the party line to advance policies that uplift all Namibians. Let us remember that our duty in this House is not only to debate, but to deliver tangible results that would lead to visible impact among Namibian society. The people we represent expect results include livelihood, better services, and a bright future for their children. In conclusion, uh, Honorable Vice Chairperson, Honorable members, I preach to serve with honesty, dedication, and respect for the democratic principles that guide our nation. Together, let us work toward a Namibian where every citizen, regardless of where they live, has the opportunity to prosper. I so submit.
Thank you very much, Honorable from Epembe. Honorable members, in accordance with Rule 27, we shall now take our break and we are expected to return back at 10 minutes past 11. Is that in order? Thank you. On your left-hand side as you enter chamber, it is very, very important that we all sign the attendance register as we enter the chamber. With that said, welcome back, honorable members. I trust that we had a good break. We will continue with our maiden speeches. And this opportunity, we will now hand over to Honorable Sezuni. Honorable Sezuni, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Vice Chairperson, honorable members, distinguished guests, most importantly, the people of Kabe South constituency. I rise today with a deep sense of humility, gratitude, and a responsibility to express my sincere appreciation to the electorates of Kabe South constituency. It is through their unwavering support, confidence, and a trust that I stand before you as a representative in the Zambezi Regional Council and today in the National Council. This honor is not mine alone. It belongs to every individual who believed in the vision of progress, unity, and inclusive development. Honorable members, your collective voice has not only entrusted me with the regional responsibility, but also opened the door for me to serve as a member of the 7th National Council. This esteemed platform represents an opportunity to continue to contribute meaningfully to national discourse and to carry out oversight on matters of national importance. I do not take this responsibility light. Rather, I accept it with awareness of the expectation placed upon me. As I assume this role, I wish to reaffirm my commitment to serving with integrity, diligence, and accountability. It is all about listening, engaging, and acting in the best interest of our people. Honorable members, I therefore pledge to work collectively, collaboratively with the leaders, stakeholders, and community members to ensure that the concerns of our people are not only heard, but effectively addressed. However, once the foundation has been laid and the work has begun, progress becomes inevitable. In the same spirit, we must steadfast and remain committed to the journey of building our constituency, our region, and our nation. The challenges we face requires collective effort, sound planning, and a constant action. Honorable members, I register my appreciation to the August House for having put me in the Public Account Committee, which I will serve with diligence and integrity. Before I could conclude, I register my appreciation. I mean, in conclusion, as a member of the National Council, I would like to prioritize the following developments for Kabe South. Kabe South has got a different terrain. As we speak now, 85% of it is submerged. And I've got 4 schools that are relocated on upper ground. Now, the first one will be the upgrading and the construction of the Nakaboewa Kasika Road to improve accessibility and the connectivity within the constituency. This is the only road that connects from the landlocked area, which is bordering 4 countries. That is namely Botswana, Zambia, and Zimbabwe. So this landlocked inside of it is now the floodplain. Now that's where most constraints are like. With this road is the only one that will be a national road. At the moment, it's not accessible. There have been construction going on, but I did not have time because after the by-elections, we did not have time. And then it was only a month that I familiarized myself with the area. And now it was November elections, which has to put me on hold because there was no activities that were happening. The installation of boreholes on identified areas of need, as many communities still rely on direct water from the river, which is unsafe. It's not healthy at all, as I can say. And it is also important to note that Kabe South is highly susceptible to flood. As such, the implementation of the project should be carefully scheduled within the foreseeable period from August and November, meaning it's only three months that if we have got any project, they can only be done within this period. Further than that, the place becomes flooded. From August to November, when the conditions are suitable for developmental activities. With this, I would register this concern that probably this is also exempts most of the communities living in these areas to do with the crop production, and mostly are livestock producers. So I request, sitting here, knowing that I've got other people that can also assist me, to have this area to be connected mostly to basic services, government services. I so submit. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Sezuni, and we empathize with you with all of these floods that you are experiencing. We are happy to see some movements, and we really are positive that soon the situation will be resolved. Thank you very much. May I humbly request that you please switch your mic off, Honorable. And in the same vein, I would like to ask or give the floor to Honorable Skongo to deliver his maiden speech, and this will be the last honorable member to deliver his maiden speech. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Vice Chairperson, Honorable Chief Whip, our Deputy Ministers, Honorable Members. Thank you for according me this chance to make a little story. I rise in terms of Rule 52, Sub-Rule 1. I, Congo Joseph Sivaku, thank Kavango West Regional Council and also Kavango Regional Council by then that shaped me politically as of 2004, and at the same time thanks the SWAPO party who put me on the ticket of SWAPO to sail through elections of 2004. Congo Joseph Sivaku comes out. 2010, Congo Joseph Sivaku comes out. 2015, Congo Joseph Sivaku comes out. 2020, Congo Joseph. 2025, I tell you, honorable members, it was not easy for anybody to stand against me. Unfortunately. Through SWAPO, I gained 26 years being elected concurrently, uninterrupted. Thank Kavango West, Tondoro constituency, where Kavango way, where Tondoro constituency way. I'm now here at Parliament, joining the other forces of the honorable members. I further thank Honorable Vice Chairperson, our second president, who saw that Kavango was a big region and accepted our proposal to demarcate the region in the one region into two regions, and who also reminded us, and I quote, dividing one region into two is not to divide people, but to fast-track administrations. And end of a quote. It remains, this statement remains in all of us who are living in the two Kavangos, that our division into two regions is just to fast-track administration. Nothing else, nothing less, nothing more, but just to fast-track administration, but not to divide people. Unity still have to prevail. That division now gave Kavango West, gave birth to Kavango West as the youngest region for now. We are the only youngest region, honorable members. That's the truth. As per the song of Lucky Dube, when you stand for the truth, you will always stand alone. We are the youngest region, and this region really needs your full support because we are running behind. Tatebuti have a song, so Twalolo Kakukala Konima. So we are running, wanting to pass you if you are not careful. Without wasting much of our time, as a farmer, Honorable Vice Chairperson, I thank the SWAPO-led government, specifically the Ministry of Works and Transport, that are being run by Honorable Nekundi together with Honorable Aikali, for successfully
fairly, diligently, to the best of their ability, constructed a road that runs through 60 farms. The road that joins Tondoro constituency to Mankumpi, and Ngamagoro, and Nguni, and the road that join us to Ochozonjupa region, Ohangwena region, respectively. And I need to thank, through Honorable Deputy Minister Ikali, the Ministry of Works. When credit is due, we give them hands. The road started as of the 1st of April 2022, and it will be concluded on the 31st of March 2029 with a low volume seal. My specific interests are as follows. Honorable Njaleka, congratulations for being appointed Deputy Minister of Health. Knowing Kavango West, you are touring your region. I really wish you all the best so that we continue together revising that policy that establish clinics so that we construct more clinics and employ more graduates that are graduating on a yearly basis. Together, we will make it, Honorable Njaleka. We thank you for your appointment. I wish you all the best. We are behind you. Secondly, I congratulate Honorable Marungu. Honorable Marungu, we also need to revise the policy of human-wildlife conflict. You see, the elephants, the crocs, all the wildlife are many in our regions. But we need to revise the policy so that we can really see how we help our people who are troubled by elephant. But in the way, we also make cognizant that this elephant were this wildlife were the first creators. Maybe because we are not meeting them to say what really do they want, unfortunately, because we cannot talk to them, but through the policy, I think we will talk to them together so that we can also make them human-friendly and also understand that this environment is for all of us to live in because we all came from the same God. Thirdly, Honorable Kavaka, thank you for your appointment. We congratulate you to be a Deputy Minister of MICT. But Honorable Kavaka, we still need to continue the issue or the project of 100% MTC coverage. You remember during COVID-19 how we struggled. Even teaching and learning could not take place. But together we will pursue this 100% MTC coverage so that even virtual meetings can take places because the network is everywhere. But I wish you all the best. We are together. Your failure is our failure. Your success is our success. And we will never fail as the SWAPO-led government. We are made to succeed. Fourth, Honorable Wambo, our Deputy Minister of Home Affairs, Safety and Immigration Safety and Security. And we also need to visit the outreach program because the ministry is charged with issuing of national documents. But if we continuously get funding for the outreach program to be successful, so that all young Namibians who turn the age to get the national document, And together, I congratulate you and I wish you all the best. And we will make it because we were created to make everything possible. Even the impossibility, we make it possible. Finally, together, we institute government of men and women here at the 7th National Council for the betterment of the living standard of all Namibians through making laws that will talk to Article 1, Sub-Article 2 and 3. Article 2 or Sub-Article 2 is talking about all power shall vest in the people of Namibia. 3, the main organ of the state shall be the executive, the legislature, and the judiciary. We are the legislature. I thank God for bringing me here that I never dreamed before to join you, honorable members. Give yourself a hand. It was not easy. It was not easy for you to come here, but God made it easy. Therefore, you need to thank Him. May I invite you with this little song, the spiritual song. Bind us together, Lord, bind us together with God that cannot be broken. Honorable Vice Chairperson, I so submit.
Thank you very much, Honorable Sikongo. Indeed, it was not easy for anyone to stand against you. The evidence is here, and Honorable Marungu, I feel pity for you, my brother, because it seems now the consultation is not only with people, it's now with animals as well. So I wish you all the best with that consultation. Thank you very much, Honorable Sikongo, for that. Honorable members, I was just informed that we actually have 3 more members that wish to contribute or to rather deliver their maiden speeches. And next on our list, I would like to ask Honorable Kumo, our newly appointed Deputy Minister in the Office of the Vice President of the Republic of Namibia. Yeah, Honorable, I don't want to say too many things, but the floor is yours. The mic, please, Honorable.
Thank you, Honorable Vice Chairperson, honorable members, and fellow Namibians. I rise to deliver my maiden speech in this august house, mindful of the rules that guide it and the responsibilities that comes with this historical moment in its making. Firstly, I wish to once again express my sincere gratitude to Her Excellency Dr. Netumbo Nandi Ndaitwah, the first ever women president of the Republic of Namibia, for the confidence bestowed upon me through my appointment as a deputy minister in the office of the vice president. The responsibilities relating to the indigenous minorities, people, disability affairs, beg your pardon, genocide negotiations, and such other functions as may be delegated. I am deeply honored to serve the Namibian nation in this capacity. I also extend my heartfelt appreciation to SWAPO Party, the national leadership, under the capable hands of our Secretary General, the local leadership of Gwinas constituency, the districts, sections, and branches. The district leadership who have entrusted me, among many other able SWAPO members, with the opportunity to be the candidate in 2024 by-election and ultimately 2025 2026 regional and local authority election. The SWAPO Party regional leadership has equally been pivotal in this making. I would like to inform the Gwinas constituency electorate of how grateful and humble I feel for placing their hopes and future in SWAPO Party and in me as their servant. Honorable Vice Chairperson, honorable members, Namibia has demonstrated that your background does not define your destination. The minority indigenous communities, marginalized communities, and wherever you come from is not the barrier. Being from a generational farm worker's child, myself, felt it deeply that given this opportunity, we are equal to all Namibians. I cannot overemphasize the traditional authorities and community leaders, the youth, and all stakeholders who have supported and guided me on during the long, emotional, and difficult, but also fulfilling journey to save the country we call home. Our collective position and aspirations is what I represent and not myself. I was received with a warmth by Oshikoto Regional Governor and the Oshikoto Regional Council and introduced to leaders who have long carried a responsibility of national service. For this trust and encouragement, I am truly grateful. Honorable Chairperson, honorable members, it is both a privilege and a duty to acknowledge those who have come before me and laid a foundation upon which we build today. I pay tribute to the first councillor of Gwinas constituency, Isaac Obede Komaka, who laid the foundation, and his efforts after independence a pathway for our aspirations today. I also recognize the distinguished service of the former regional councillor, Madam Betty Koula, the educator and the community builder, whose commitment to Gwinas constituency and contributions to this August House, the National Council, have left a long-lasting impact. Honorable Chairperson, honorable members, join us as Gwinas constituency to remember with respect our late Councillor, Honorable Bani, who served diligently at the regional management level. His passing was untimely, and we continue to honor his dedication and service. May his soul rest in eternal peace. Our Councillor, as we used to refer to him. The diverse experience and perspectives of these who have served before us provide valuable lessons. They place us in a stronger position to understand the challenges our people face and to respond in a manner that advances the collective good under the 8th administration. Honorable Chairperson, honorable members, Namibia's liberation was achieved through unity, resilience, and teamwork. It is in that same spirit that I stand before you today, not as one who knows all, but as a servant of the people willing to learn, listen, and to contribute, and equally determined to embody business as unusual direction for results, which is service to the Namibians. I assure this August House that I am ready to work with all honorable members, irrespective of the political affiliation. To me, this chamber is not a place for division, but a platform for ideas that serve the national interest. Reviews that give real-time problem solving and opportunity creating laws for common good of an ordinary Namibian in a rural setting. Honorable Vice Chairperson, honorable members, during my tenure, I intend to focus on key areas that speaks directly to the realities of our people in the constituency of Gwina. This includes strengthening agricultural policy efforts that support agriculture, especially resettlement programs and youth empowerment. There is a great need in indigenous minorities and marginalized communities to enhance of rights and inclusion of the persons with disabilities and contribute to broader social economic development for all Namibians. In particular, I am interested in supporting initiatives that promote agriculture and land reform, recognizing their importance in food security and economic participation. I also wish to see greater emphasis placed on youth empowerment and creative industries, ensuring that youth are not only participants in the economy, but drivers of innovation and growth. Furthermore, there is a significant potential in linking these sectors with tourism to unlock sustainable opportunities for community across Namibia. Honorable Vice Chair, honorable members, the aspirations of the Namibian people remains at the center of our work. As we serve under the 8th administration, we are called upon to translate these hopes into tangible outcomes that improve lives and strengthen democracy. I therefore present myself, to this August House as a proud Namibian and a committed public servant, ready to serve at all times and in the best interest of our nation. In conclusion, I solemnly pledge to faithfully and diligently carry out the mandate of the National Council. I will uphold its core functions of representation, review, and oversight with integrity and dedication. I commit to ensure that the voice of our region are heard, that legislation is carefully scrutinized, and that our government systems remains responsive and accountability to the people we serve. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Kumuk, our Deputy Minister in the Office of the Vice President. Next on the list, we have Honorable Marungu, our newly appointed Deputy Minister of Environment, Forestry and Tourism. The floor is yours, and may I humbly ask Honorable Kumuk to please switch his mic off. Thank you.
Honorable Vice Chairperson, esteemed members of this august House, and fellow Namibians, on 7 May 1988, a boy was born at a village called Nyondo in Dongalinena constituency, Kavango East region, respectively.
Honorable Marungu, may you please just hold on, and I humbly ask the August House to wish you a happy birthday. May God bless you, Honorable Marungu, and may He go before you in all your activities. Happy birthday.
Thank you very much. This boy, as a child, when he grew up, had lots of dreams, but the opportunities were scarce due to the fact that he grew up at the village, very remote village, with no electricity, no potable water, and was raised by a widow, my mother, Maria Teresia Shuai, who was also unemployed. So, but a wise man once said, no matter how dirty the water is, the tree will still grow. I was then motivated by these words, and I soldiered on until where I am today. Thank God. Honorable Vice Chairperson, honorable members, I rise today with a deep sense of humility and gratitude to deliver my maiden address as the representative of the resilient people of the Ndongalinena constituency and the Kavango East region. My presence here is a testament to the trust of my community and the enduring strength of our democracy. I therefore want to register my sincere appreciations to the people of Ndongalinena constituency for having given me the trust and the mandate during last year's regional councils and local authority elections to lead them. I also want to send my special appreciations to the Kavango East Regional Council for having elected me to represent the region in the 7th National Council. I also wholeheartedly acknowledge and appreciate my predecessors, namely Honorable Pietres Kavura, our founding councillor of Ndongalinena constituency, and the former councillor, Honorable Michael Kampota, who laid a solid foundation upon which I am continuing to build the Ndongalinena house of inclusivity, where no one should really feel left out. Honorable Vice Chairperson, honorable members, I wish to express my profound gratitude to the SWAPO party and to Her Excellency President Netumbo Nandi Ndaitwah for the confidence placed in me through my appointment as a Deputy Minister responsible for the Ministry of Environment, Forestry and Tourism. I pledge to serve both the executive and the legislature with unwavering integrity. Honorable Vice Chairperson, honorable members, my mission in this house is anchored in 3 core pillars. 1, poverty eradication and rural development. My primary agenda remains the acceleration of development in Ndongalinena constituency and Namibia at large. We must bridge the gap between rural and urban life by ensuring that our people have access to clean water, electricity, and reliable infrastructure. Number 2, youth empowerment. Having served as the Swapopat Youth League Regional Secretary for the Kavango East region from 2017 until last year, and also for having served as a board of director for the National Youth Council of Namibia, NYC, from 2021 to 2024, I am a firm believer that our youth are not just the future, but the current engine of our economy. We must therefore move at a reasonable speed to meaningful job creations and industrialization. Number 3, sustainable environment and tourism. In my capacity within the ministry as a deputy minister, I will advocate for policies where our majestic natural resources benefit the majority of Namibians. Tourism must be made more accessible to locals, ensuring that the wealth of our land translates into the prosperity of our people. Honorable Vice Chairperson, honorable members, Ndongalinena constituency faces significant challenges like any other constituency in the Republic of Namibia. Those challenges ranges from shortage of water. We have serious shortage of water in Ndongalinena constituency, and I vow to drill boreholes in villages within our constituency to make sure that our people do have potable water and they are protected from crocodile attacks, because we are losing many lives from crocodile attacks because of water. Number 2, we do have a shortage or lack of electricity and network connectivity. I also vow to make sure that there should be electricity provided to our communities, and as well the network towers be installed within the constituency and also in the inland villages. We do not have health facilities in Ndongalinena constituency apart from the Nyangana Hospital, which is also very small, not catering for the whole population in that area. I therefore vow to, I'm happy the Deputy Minister of Health is here. We need to construct health facilities in Ndongalinena constituencies, in the inland village such as Shakambu, Gude, Kanyumara, and the Ndongalinena clinic also to be upgraded to a health center. There must be a road that we have to construct to go in the inlands. Ndongalinena constituency, like my brothers Papela have said, is the only constituency also that does not have a government hostel. So we'll work together with the Ministry of Education to make sure that there is a government hostel constructed in Ndongalinena so that the citizens that resides there also get access to these services. Honorable Vice Chair, honorable members, national documents still remains a challenge within the constituency. Honorable DM is not here, but we'll have to work together with their ministry to make sure that at least we have a satellite office in Ndongalinena, because the distance from Ndongalinena to Rundu is too much, and therefore our people are being charged with transport, and as a result, people are not accessing national documents because of this barrier. So the solution to this is for us to construct at least a satellite which will cater for the people in that jurisdiction. In conclusion, Honorable Vice Chair, honorable members, I stand here as a tested and well-groomed son of the soil. I am ready to work across party lines to ensure that no Namibian is left behind. Let us build this nation brick by brick with the collective interest of our people as our only compass. I thank you, and may God bless the Republic of Namibia.
Thank you very much, Honorable DM. And once again, we are wishing you a very happy birthday. Next on our list, and the last member to contribute or to rather deliver his maiden speech today, is Honorable Darondo. The floor is yours. Honorable Mayor, I just request that you please switch your mic on.
Honorable Vice Chairperson, honorable members, thank you for giving me this opportunity to rise in this house for the first time. Standing here today is both an honor and a humbling experience. I do not stand here on my own behalf, but on behalf of the people of Omatako constituency and the entire Chonchipa region who have entrusted me with the responsibility. First and foremost, I wish to express my sincere gratitude to the SWAPO party under the leadership of Excellency President Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah for giving me this platform to serve our people under the party ticket. President Nandi-Ndaitwah became Namibia's first female president in March 2025. The SWAPO party has a rich history of fighting for the liberation and dignity of our people, and I remain proud to serve under its banner. Honorable members, leadership is never an individual journey. Behind every public servant is a family that sacrifices time, comfort, and often personal moments. To my family, thank you for support, your patience, and your understanding. Thank you for allowing me to dedicate myself to serving Namibian people. Honorable Vice Chairperson, before entering this house, I had the privilege of serving on the labor movement as a trade unionist and as part of the leadership structures of the Mine Workers Union of Namibia. That experience taught me an important lesson. Development means very little if workers continue to struggle. During my term, I intend to advocate strongly for improved working conditions for workers, particularly farm workers who remain among the most vulnerable in our country. Many continue to face challenges related to accommodation, wages, access to services, and general working conditions. As a lawmakers, we have a responsibility to ensure that dignity in the workplace is not privilege, but reality. Honorable members, land remains one of the most important issues affecting our people. Too many Namibians still do not have access to affordable land, while in some areas, land prices continue to rise beyond the reach of ordinary citizens. This is an issue we must comfort with urgency. We also need serious discussion around land ownership, particularly where large portions of land remain in the hands of foreign owners, while many of our people remain landless or without access to productive land. Land is not just property, it is identity, dignity, livelihood, and heritage. Honorable Vice Chairperson, infrastructure development must remain a priority. I want to specifically highlight the importance of the road between Okahanja and Okonjatu. This road is not only important to the people living in those communities, but it is a strategic for national development. It connects the Oshojupa region to the Kavango regions and can improve trade movement, and service delivery. Upgrading this road will also reduce pressure on the heavily used Okahanja and Oshwarongo road, where accidents continue to claim lives. Road infrastructure is not only about transport, it is about safety, economic growth, and connecting communities. Honorable members, we must also continue addressing the long-term effect of the genocide and displacement of our people. Many descendants of those who fled to Botswana are gradually returning home to their ancestral land. Some have settled in areas such as Gam and Ese Block. This community continue to face serious challenges, including access to land for settlement, water, and other essential services and benefits that every Namibian citizen deserves. As a nation, we must ensure that these returning communities are not forgotten. Honorable Vice Chairperson, I would also like to acknowledge and thank my predecessors and all leaders who came before us. They laid the foundation and paved the way for us to continue serving our communities. We may not solve every challenge in one term, but each generation of leaders must contribute something meaningful. As I begin this journey in the National Council, I commit myself to serving with integrity, humility, and purpose. My focus will remain on the people, the workers, the youth, the farmers, the vulnerable, and every citizen who look to leadership with hope. I'm here to be a voice of our Namibian people and to contribute meaningfully to the development of our country. Together, let us continue building a Namibia where opportunity, dignity, and prosperity are accessible to all. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Darondo, for your maiden speech. And in the same vein, I would like to thank all the honorable members who were able to deliver their maiden speeches today. What really stood out is that we are all here for a common goal, for a common purpose, to pull in the same direction and make sure that we contribute to this Namibian house that we are building. With that said, may I please ask the Secretary to read the order of the day.
Resumption of debate on second reading of the Appropriation Bill, Bill number 1 of 2026.
When the debate on this bill was adjourned on Wednesday, the 6th of May 2026, the question before the Council was a motion that the bill be read now a second time. Honorable Anguo adjourned the debate and she now has the floor. Honorable Anguo, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Honorable Vice Chairperson. Honorable Vice Chairperson, honorable members. Yesterday, I postponed the reading of the second appropriation bill, Bill 1 of 2026, with a purpose for the member to go and do the proper research for the meaningful contribution. Honorable Vice Chairperson, we are ready. Today, we are ready. Honorable Vice Chairperson, honorable members, I rise to welcome and add my voice to the most debated appropriation bill, Bill 1 of 2026. For those that have been keen in following the National Assembly discussion, I take it that this year's appropriation bill sparked a very high rate of debate more than ever, and it is our hope that the concerns raised will be addressed in due time. Honorable Vice Chairperson, honorable members, the year 2026 brings us hope as a year of unity, a new beginning that will all have created for an affirmative future that we all dreamed of. A new Namibia lifting as it's rising towards an inclusive future for all. Her Excellency, Comrade Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah, President of the Republic of Namibia, in her New Year speech, reminds us that when our diversity comes together with one heart and mind, unity becomes our strength. And when we stand together, no challenge is too greater ourselves. No challenge is too greater for us. Her clarion call is that we need to recommit and rededicate ourselves to hard work with determination and integrity in ensuring quality service for our people. Honorable Vice Chairperson, honorable members, this year's appropriation bill is themed People, Productivity, and Prudence. Cannot just be another one of many that we have seen and passed. This appropriation bill is the gateway to Namibia's next prospects, although it is presented at a time when Namibia faces constrained fiscal space. I believe that is a greater threat to progress and hardship. We are being put to test in this demanding time to ensure that we are prudent enough. The people of Namibia, Honorable Vice Chairperson, awaits more than ever on us to deliver on our promise. And it is our collective hope that yes, budget translates into a life-changing opportunity for all people. Honorable Vice Chairperson, honorable members, our sincere gratitude goes to the Minister of Finance, Honorable Erika Shafuda, and her team for a well-crafted budget. Honorable Shafuda, your tireless efforts with your team are appreciated. And we hope for a more considerable mid-term review. Honorable Vice Chairperson, honorable members, as a former chairperson on the Standing Committee of Education, Science, ICT, and Youth Development, allow me also to mention few on education. Education is the greatest equalizer, and we thank the 8th administration for the continued prioritization of education funding and for allocation of 2.8 billion towards the free tertiary education. The government continues to allocate funding for the recruitment of teachers in ensuring that the learner-teacher ratio is observed and unemployed is kept. Still on education, Honorable Chairperson, Honorable Vice Chairperson, our collective call should be to ensure that DRN, the government should, schools are capacitated with all necessary aids and equipments, and that the learning environment is exceptional and parallels to that of the private schools. The developmental projects should include construction of classrooms and community hostels for remote schools to ensure a safe learning environment for every Namibian child. Here, I want also to applaud the ministry as they started already with the project of building schools. Honorable Minister of Education and your team, please keep it up the end to the whole, for the whole corners of Namibia. It is also my wish that this budget addresses access and connecting roads to schools and clinics, access roads. We applaud the Honorable Minister of Works and Transport for being on the ground and ensuring that projects are completed timely without any delay. It's therefore our call that the ministry prioritize at least 2 schools each financial year in every affected constituency until we have addressed the situation fully. While on this point, Honorable Vice Chairperson, honorable members, please allow me to thank all our ministers, plus our deputy ministers newly appointed from National Council. Congratulations. Allow me, Honorable Vice Chairperson, honorable members, to thank all the ministers, honorable ministers, and honorable deputy ministers, all of those that are hands-on and still continue doing it on the ground 24/7, ensuring equitable service delivery. Continue with the good work, comrades, and please ensure every dollar is accounted for. Round of applause. Chief Whip said, please ensure that every dollar is accounted for. Yes. The 4th industrial revolution is rapidly transforming the world. Honorable Vice Chairperson, as discussions about the implementation of 5G network become increasingly dominant, even in the Chief Whip's place, constituency, home, and I hope in most of you honorables. It is important to acknowledge that many of our citizens, particularly those living in rural areas, in regions such as Oshana, Oshikoto, Angwena, Kavango, and many of them, specifically in my own village of Edimba, within the Nana constituencies, still lack basic network coverage. Honorables, this disparity Honorable Vice Chairperson, highlights a pressing challenge that must be addressed. We therefore hope that the current budget will positively respond to the urgent and growing demand for the digital connectivity in rural communities. Enhancing network infrastructure in these areas is not only vital for bridging the digital divide, but will also significantly advance the learning environment by supporting the shift towards digitalization. By prioritizing digital access, we can ensure that all Namibians, regardless of location, can participate and benefit from technological evolution. Honorable Vice Chairperson, honorable members, youth unemployment, as honorable members, most of you alluded during your maiden speech. Youth unemployment continues to be a persistent challenge that affects the well-being and prospects of our nation's young people. In recognizing the urgency of this issue, it is our collective thought to advocate for the acceleration of national youth funding. By fast-tracking this funding, we aim to empower beneficiaries to launch their projects and actively participate in the country's economic development. In addition, Honorable Vice Chairperson, I wish to express our appreciation to the Namibia Police, the Namibian Defense Force, and the National Youth Service for the mass recruitments. Their efforts not only provide meaningful employment opportunities, but also contribute to the development of a skilled and capable workforce. This exercise testifies that Namibia continues to build a world-class security force, ready and able to safeguard the nation's territorial integrity, yet serving the interests of its people. Honorable Honorable Vice Chairperson, honorable members, we need to ensure that the assets that the country has accumulated over the years works to the benefit of our people. I would therefore like to call for the reform of NIDA to ensure that government assets are put to good use. By recruiting NIDA, we can ensure that government-owned assets are efficiently managed and strategically deployed, ultimately putting them to productive use and maximizing their benefit for the people of Namibia. Honorable Vice Chairperson, honorable members, in conclusion, Honorable Vice Chairperson, it is our continued hope that service delivery is the interest of all of us, and we stand ready to serve the Namibian nation with utmost diligence, and may every dollar appropriated come to really realization of equitable development of motherhood, Namibia. With those remarks, Honorable Vice Chairperson, honorable members, I support the appropriation bill and so submit. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Anguo, for your contribution. Next, we will be following a list, honorable members, of the members who have indicated an interest to also contribute to the appropriation bill. And next on our list, we have Honorable Amjindi. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Honorable Vice Chairperson, Honorable Member. I rise to make and to welcome the appropriation bill, Bill 1 for 2026, during the second reading. First and foremost, I want to thank our President, Her Excellency Dr. Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah, the President of the Republic of Namibia, and of the SWAPO Party for the decisions he has taken to celebrate the 36th independence anniversary at the regional level. We are very thankful for that decision, our President. Furthermore, I want to thank our President for appointing 7 deputy ministers from the 7th National Council. This means to us, our concern will be easily understood and addressed right away, because all the deputy ministers, they are from the grassroots level, which is the consequences. They understand the plight and the issue at the ground level. Congratulations, our honorable deputy ministers. Secondly, I would like to appreciate Honorable Minister of Finance for tabling this appropriation bill and choosing this budget theme, I quote, people, productivity, prudence, end of quote. This is a well thought of theme because it's more about people-centered, productivity-oriented, and the financial prudence, which is to save more money instead of brought it out. Furthermore, I would like to take this moment to thank our 8th administration, our SWAPO, party-ready government, and the leadership of our President, Dr. Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah, for affirming commitment to the youth empowerment, entrepreneurship, and job creation. One of the practical examples within this financial year, the Namibian Police Force is busy recruiting almost 1,600 youth. And the closing date of this advert is due to come to an end on the 13th of May, 2026, means next week, Wednesday. What makes me happy is the quota that's allocated to the youth that are graduated from the National Youth Service. I vividly remember that I made this call last year in this chamber during the 6th National Council that it's not good to train youth in the National Service and you leave them in the street. Sometimes it might compromise the security. Thanks very much to the Namibian Police to understand, to hear this call. Therefore, I urge the youth that are going to be lucky, taking this opportunity and to go to training, to take this training very serious, because there might be more youth who wanted to have this such an opportunity, but they could not get it. In Oshana region, we are proud to see ongoing works of upgrading District Road 3607 into a low-volume seal. This will enhance communities' accessibility to essential services. So this is very good. We really welcome this one. And also one of the achievements is the completion of upgrading 13 kilometers for DR 605 into a low-volume seal in Ukuyushona. And I am very much optimistic that it will commence soon to complete the remaining kilometer as it expressed the plan. Honorable Vice Chairperson, Honorable Member, as a representative of Oshana region, I foresee this appropriation bill grounded in the reality of service delivery demands to fund unfunded critical infrastructure and also to address the increase of exposed to climate-related risks. While we are remaining committed to implement the development priorities outlined in the Vision 2030 and the 6th National Development Plan, the current level of funding must more consummate with growing needs in our community. By doing so, this will result in addressing persistent development gaps that require urgent intervention through enhanced budgetary support. One of the concerns is unfunded disaster risk reduction and resilience. One of the most pressing issues in Oshana region is the continued unfunded disaster risk reduction and resilience initiative. Oshana region is always increasingly affected by the current drought, seasonal floodings, frigate wildfire, all of which continue to undermine the livelihood and economic stability of the inhabitants of Oshana region. However, the current funding mechanisms are largely focused on the post-disaster responses rather than the prevention and preparedness. This approach is neither sustainable nor cost-effective. Hence, there is a need to find a new ways of funding which is more cost-effective. The region has developed a practical and scalable intervention through Oshana Water Resilience Pilot Project in Uvudia constituency, which proposed the installation of water storage system to harvest and store rainwater for use during the drought period, emergencies, and including firefighting, especially in the grazing area. This project is in total cost 1 million. We demonstrate relatively modest investment that can significantly reduce disaster risk and improve water availabilities and enhance community resilience. Honorable Vice Chairperson, Honorable Member, there is therefore a need to prioritize and institutionalize the resilience funding as a part of the national budget framework. Several essential projects have been identified in the region, but some remain unfunded at the current budget. This includes 6 FDM across various constituencies in Oshana region. After the cancellation of the contracts, who failed to deliver these services within the time frame. Therefore, the community members are still looking forward to have those FDM constructed. This budget should also include the construction of the procurement road in Uvudia, the DR's road 3678. This road is very, very important because during the flood season, Honorable Regional Council of Uvudia and the community member are hardly access their constituency offices and other essential services. And also we want to see this budget constructing and upgrading the DRT 3636 into a raw volume seal from the system to a Hector settlement, which have a higher volume of cars per day. This gravel rate is paramount important due to the fact that it leads to various government institutions, such as Hector settlement. It connects more than 20 schools, including 1 secondary school, 2 Class C police stations. One is in the Hector settlement, and the one is in Okamandi. 2 clinics, that is a Hector and a Hafo, and so many pay points of the senior citizen. Honorable Vice Chairperson, Honorable Member, I want to conclude by saying, since we have got 7 deputy ministers in this August House, let us not turn this chamber of a question maker house chamber. Instead to deliberate issues and make laws that uplift the livelihood of our electorate. I don't want to see what is happening there. Every time they are just going to question. Every time they are just going to question. I ask in the National Assembly,
Honorable, let me just remind you that we please focus here and we don't answer questions on the floor. please.
Okay, thank you,
Thank you.
very much, Honorable Vice Chairperson. Sometimes when I listen to the debate in the National Assembly, Honorable Vice Chairperson, I think, are these lawmakers or are question makers? Are they elected to become question makers in the National Assembly? Most of the bill they are not going through because they delay the process for the bill to be tabled. That really affects the livelihood of people. Therefore, honorable member, we should give them a good example that here in the National Council, we are very serious. We are very serious here because we are from the grassroots level. We are here to make law that uplift our livelihood. Our deputy minister, even if we are not questioning them here, the moment we are contributing, they understood. They will see the way and find the method how to address those issues. But I'm not saying don't ask, but let us not be question makers. So, because sometimes questions might delay to make decisions and to take our precious time to make law and pass them without delay that will uplift the livelihood of our electorate. With that, Honorable Vice Chairperson, Honorable Member, I welcome and I support Appropriation Bill, Bill 1, 2026. I so submit. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Amjindi. Honorable members, before we proceed, I would just like to bring to your attention under Rule 81, Sub-Rule 1B, it says that members may not speak longer than 10 minutes on a question, and as we speak right now, we are standing on a question. So, honorable members, I just want to motivate that we stick to 10 minutes and not more than 10 minutes. Next on our list, we have Honorable Simasiku. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Honorable Vice Chairperson, Honorable members. First of all, let me register my formal congratulations to you, Madam Vice Chairperson, for becoming the second in command of the National Council, the 7th National Council of Parliament of the Republic of Namibia. Continue to inspire the girl child, and I am certain that you shall excel in your responsibilities as Vice Chairperson of this august House. The same sentiments, let me commend the specialist staff of the Fiscus building, headed by the Minister of Health, Honorable Shafuda, for having managed to juggle this very difficult task of sharing this very small cake, though not equally, but equitably, to ensure that government programs are implemented on the ground, as promised to our electorate. And in that regard, I fully commend and congratulate the Minister of Finance for coming up with this very important bill. In the same vein, let me also extend my warmest congratulations to Her Excellency, the President of the Republic, Comrade Nandi Ndaitwah, for having steadied the ship after the horrors of COVID-19 and indeed the loss of our two former presidents. And honorable members, we have paid off the IMF loan, we have paid off the Eurobond, and it's through the leadership of the president that we've managed to achieve such milestones. So an applause to Her Excellency. The theme of this budget is people, productivity, and prudence. And I'll repeat, people, productivity, and prudence. Before there was a government, there were people. And indeed, the very same people are the ones, as motive forces, supported and set the agenda for the liberation struggle.
Their hopes and wishes were for us to gain independence first and foremost. But importantly, for their hopes and aspirations to be made by a government of their choice, which eventually happened in 1990. What is it that these motive forces wanted to be attended to, which culminated in their hopes and aspirations? These were access to housing, access to health, access to free education, access to land, and so many aspirations that they felt they needed to be attended to. Honorable members, Honorable Vice Chairperson, if we were to take a review of the performance of our government from 1990 to today, in terms of meeting these hopes and aspirations, I'll give you an example, Honorable Vice Chairperson. The first time when I traveled to Windhoek from Katima in the early 90s, the road between just after Kongola to Divundu was gravel road. Equally, when I came to Windhoek in the early 90s, there was no Dorado Valley, Dorado Park, Rocky Crest, Klein Coupe. Those are achievements of this government. In Katima itself, where I come from and where I reside, there were no locations like Mavuluma Extension 1, 2, 3, no Vevi location, no Greenwell location. And today, NHE is constructing over 200 houses additional to that. These are more achievements that this government has made. And indeed, as we deliberate this appropriation bill, we must be cognizant of the fact that the people on the ground still require more from us. And so we shouldn't take long when deliberating this very important document that serves to help and save our people on the ground. And I therefore put it to this House that as time goes, there should be a need for us to revise the period at which we run through this bill. From the time that the minister submits it to National Council, to National Assembly, to the time we review until it is approved. Because unfortunately, it takes a little bit longer. Because we spend most of the time debating while people on the ground require services to be brought to them. Honorable Vice Chairperson, the other issue that I wish to bring to your attention, I passed through, or rather perused through, the budget book. And I came across one aspect that I hope is not common to all regional councils. And it's about ongoing capital projects. There's one capital project, Honorable Vice Chairperson, that was identified by the Zambezi Regional Council, I think 2 years ago. Last year, they made an effort of having technical drawings, engineering, what technical requirements, and then appointing a consultant and engineer for the project. And including putting it in the procurement plan. But what has caught my eye is that that project did not only get funding, but was totally removed from the budget book. And it worries me a bit, to say the least, because just a few months ago, the Honorable Minister of Urban and Rural Development met the leadership of the Zambezi Regional Council. And in that meeting, he had registered a concern to say we were not doing much to develop settlement and growth points. But that very project is about developing one critical infrastructure in one of the settlements. And now one begins to wonder whether the ideals of the minister are somehow not met by the technical staff on the ground, or is it maybe something that we need to sit down and discuss
with the relevant ministry. That said, it now brings me to my last topic, Honorable Vice Chairperson, to say development planning processes are bottoms-up oriented. That is to say, the ideas come from the very meeting that we hold at community level to LDCs, to CDCs, to RDCC, up to regional councils. And I therefore move that at some point next year, when we prepare for the new budget, that we go back to old ways of doing things where there used to be an invitation extended to regional councils, and where CROs and technical staff from planning would come to Windhoek and motivate their budgets. So that at the end of the day, you speak one language. And if there's a project that is omitted, you know fully well that it was omitted in your presence. That said, this is a very progressive budget, and I'm hopeful that we can quickly run through it and hand it over to technocrats who need to implement so that our people can benefit from the programs of government. I so move and I fully support the bill, Honorable Vice Chair.
Thank you very much, Honorable Simasiku, for your contribution. Next on our list is Honorable Shikongo. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Honorable Vice Chairperson, honorable members. In this point, I also want to recognize the newly appointed members of our council who have become the jack of all trades. The newly appointed deputy ministers. They are the member of this house. They are the members of their own constituencies, and they are the full-time executive members. I wish them all the best. Congratulations. Honorable Vice Chairperson, honorable members, I rise to make a brief statement and at the same time welcome the appropriation bill, Bill 1 of 2026. In the first place, I want to extend my profound appreciation to the government of Namibia through the Ministry of Finance for tabling this budget, which is grounded to the theme focused on the people, productivity, and prudence. That is the theme of the appropriation bill. This is grounded to the realities of service delivery demands and action to nurture human potential, boost growth, take care of unemployment, especially youth unemployment, and ensure fiscal stability. Honorable Vice Chairperson, honorable members, appreciation goes to our government for funding various projects within Oshana. And I want specifically to mention the health center in Shakati East constituency, that is Ombunja Health Center. That health center has been completed, officially inaugurated last year in October. And again, as we are talking today, the public sanitation centers of facilities, that is the toilets, are to be completed within or before the end of this month, so that this center could be fully operational. Thank you for that initiative. And if another notable project is the construction and upgrading of DR 3607. That road is within or from within my constituency of Shakati East. From Shakati to Ompunja, 15 kilometers. To be upgraded to a low volume seal. The dust is now in the air. The contractors are there and they are in full force. Honorable Vice Chair, honorable members, I'm also want to indicate that another critical project will start within or probably end of this month. That is the construction of railway from Ondangwa to Oshakati. I'm mentioning this because the state-of-art railway station is within Oshakati East constituency. And Oshakati station, railway station, will be soon connected with the station of Ondangwa. We are happy for that. Honorable Vice Chair, honorable members, the budget on the table reflects both our developmental commitment or ambition and the critical discipline required and needed to protect economic stability, ensuring that today's opportunities and choices protect tomorrow's opportunities. Most of our regions are really working very hard, and they are committed to implementing national development priorities as outlined in Vision 2030 NDP 6, and also to cover the MTEF 3-year cycle document as we are having it currently. The current level of funding, Honorable Chair, Honorable Vice Chair, Honorable members, should consider the growing needs of our community. This, I understand that it has resulted in persistent development gaps that require urgent intervention through enhanced budgetary support and consideration. In Oshana alone, I just want to focus on the unfunded local authorities, which are the backbone of the development within each region. I want to highlight the continuous underfunding of local authority in Oshana, which significantly limits their ability to deliver essential services and implement capital development projects. A case in point is the Ongwediva Town Council, which has submitted funding requests for its critical infrastructure project amounting to approximately 25 million. These projects include construction of a ground reservoir with a boost pumps, expansion of water reticulation networks, provision of electricity, infrastructure, upgrading of storm waters and drainage system. Despite the importance of these projects, none have received budgetary consideration. Honorable Vice Chairperson, honorable members, the lack of investment in such infrastructures has a direct consequences, including inadequate water supply, poor sanitation, and constrained urban development. As urbanization continues to accelerate, local authority requires adequate capital funding to meet service delivery expectation and support economic growth. Another case is also for Ondangwa Town Council, one of the first settlement in Oshana, with its mandate to provide decent housing to community, but due to the insufficient funding over the years, the housing and land delivery wait list has grown to 8,000 people waiting in list because the council own revenue cannot cater for those projects without the subsidy from the central government. According to the baseline report 2026-2025, Ondangwa and Oshakati has the highest number of informal settlements in comparison with other town councils. But when you peruse through the MTEF, current MTEF, is indicating that Ondangwa Town Council will only receive 500,000 for the sewer treatment plant. But according to the realities on the ground, the council might need to have 30 to 35 million to cater for both sewer plant and land servicing. And one worries this situation is that land servicing project has entirely disappeared from the current MTEF 2026, 2027, 2028, 2029. And if this project has been disappeared, it means it limits the possibility of the Ondangwa Town Council to excel. Ondangwa Town Council presents a rare combination of readiness. They are ready, demand, and resilience, with over 100 waiting lists for land, more than 30 extensions planned, and 13 informal settlements requiring upgrading. The case is not speculating here, but it is evidence-based and is very urgent. Strategic government investment here would yield immediate.
Honorable Shikongo, you have a few seconds to round up as your 10 minutes have lapsed. You
Thank
may
you.
conclude. Yes, you may conclude, Honorable.
Thank you very much. Honorable Chair, Vice Chair, honorable members, the area of concern which remains is the unfunded local authority. And we are now requesting, if possible, that all localities within the country be fully funded to be able to cater for the services which is required within their area of jurisdiction. In conclusion, Honorable Vice Chair, the challenges facing Oshana region are clear, but so are the solutions also. Strategies and timely considered investment will only address current development gaps, but will also safeguard the future community because the cost of the inaction is far greater than the cost of proactive investment. It is therefore my request that this budget be implemented proactively in consideration and favorably to all funding priorities in order to ensure suitable and inclusive development, not only in Oshana, but across all regions as well. Honorable Vice Chairperson, honorable members, I so submit and I support the Appropriation Bill, Bill 1, 2025. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable. Thank you very much, Honorable Shikongo, for your contribution. Honorable members, in line with Rule 31 of our standing rules, Sub-Rule 3, notwithstanding Sub-Rule 2, the Council may suspend business at 1300 hours for an hour if the debate is not concluded and resume at 2 o'clock. So, honorable members, we will now take our lunch break and we're expected to be back at 1400 hours. Is that in order? Thank you very much.